Okay, speaking of the times here, energy of the moment, I haven't been paying attention to the world. I just know that there's a weaponization happening. And that's, imagine a rodeo cowboy holding on to a wild horse. The grip is constantly being adjusted and perfected, and the balance and the angles and all these other things are happening. And so energy that is benefiting from the current paradigm is holding on and utilizing the changing times to make adjustments, which is just natural. That's what everyone's doing. So in that changing energy, we're caught in between large-scale cycles and the bindings of the past. Not only our relations, the systems of hierarchy, but within ourselves. The landscapes within are being shifted. So in these times, we could fall into one polarity or the other. Either we become narration, or we fall into creation. And that's an inward, out, micro to macro blooming. So the change in times, there are many expressions of consciousness. To believe there are any superior is hubris. Hierarchical system, trauma loop echo response. And for good reason, natural reason, many reasons. The reasons we get caught up in through long gone but very deep energies that our ancestors experienced and cultivated into their children. And they did so in relation to a changing world, and so it's not an easy process. It's caught in between. So we project our reasons into the world. We fill in the energy circuits so we can find meaning in something. And when we don't, it is given to us, it is forced upon us. We find it eventually. And so when we are caught up in this metric system, we believe there is a superior way. So we're locked into that quest. We may not know exactly what it is because it will continue changing as we do. But because the hubris is strong, it takes nemesis on repeat. The cycle of deifying and understanding and knowledge, a perspective, and then watching it decay, regrowing back in new spirit, deifying again and again. And that ignorance creates the delay with which we operate. Now that energy is not exclusive to spiritual ideas, spiritual science of metaphysics and hierarchy and what's the A grade and what's the B grade, C, D, E, F, all that stuff. This is a full spectrum, beyond full spectrum potential. It is complete freedom in ignorance. And we deny our freedoms by holding strong to things And we replicate that perfection because a lot of us, we need to hold the experience, hold the conviction in order to know what the death of absolution brings. The knowledge must be converted to living wisdom. And then for sure, if you experience that, you know that those who speak do not know and those who know do not speak, because you cannot explain it. But it doesn't mean you try or you don't try. You know, you may be bound to certain cycles and seasons and energies with which your conscious is growing, but it doesn't mean you don't have freedom in that expression. So getting into the creative in these times is a powerful thing to do. However you got to do it. Go beyond the mind. You got to get into life for that. All right, well, thanks for watching, listening, and being.